welcome to another episode of the Kevin Creative Cast with good old Kevin Creative. And boy, oh boy, once again, I'm excited. It's just another good time. I've got so much going on, so much to catch up with. I feel like it's been a minute since I've just had a moment to sit down and just unwind with my crazy thoughts because it's been busy. It's been a while. I feel like anytime I have a guest on the podcast, it doesn't really count. I don't know. Should it be the opposite? Should it only be with guests that count? I don't know. But I just feel like, when I have a guest on, it's about the conversation. It's about what they got going on. It's not necessarily about me and what I'm doing. It's about what, we got this guest here. So anytime I have a guest on, I feel like I kind of take a break from everything and just kind of let them, take control and handle the wheel. It's been a few months since it's been just the two of us, just good old you and me. So how the freaking heck are you doing? Terrible? Horrible? I don't really give a shit, so that's okay. Your problems are not mine. They're just that. They're your problems. So whatever you got going on, buddy, it's all right. Don't even worry. I'm okay. Anyways, we got a lot of new stuff to go over. Boy, oh boy, it's going to be exciting. Let me tell you. There's been just sales after sales. I've been stocking up on stuff I've missed out on. I've been just hoarding and collecting all kinds of things. And boy, oh boy, I'm excited to show off my shiny new stuff. So first things first, the model kit that I'm working on, my high-grade Mars 4, the Cord Gundam, coming along swimmingly as usual. It's like a goddamn fish. That's how well it's coming along. It's looking good. I've been trying to mess around with shading and highlighting and stuff like that for years and years. I feel like it's all good. I feel like none of my projects have ever been bad. None of them have come out terrible. Nothing like that. But I always feel like just not quite hitting that mark that I'm trying to hit. Like, I have very subtle shading. I do a lot of subtlety with my work. And there's nothing wrong with that. It all looks very good. I do love it. I do love looking around. I'm looking around right now. I'm seeing all my stuff. It's looking great. But I've been trying to figure out how I can go about making it a little bit bolder. But there's like a fine line. Again, there's like, we got to figure out how to do it. Because I don't want to just do black as the shading and then put something on top. Like, that's too much. That's too bold. That's, it's not what we're going for. I want to make sure that it's bold, but like blended, if that makes any sense. Bold but blended. Yes, the Kevin Creative sense. Bold but blended. Because I want to have it still where it's like, for example, I'm doing red, right? This whole kit, it's the Mars 4, it's a red kit. So I want to have it red and be bold and all that, but I don't want it to like explode in your face. I don't want you to look at it and be like, there's all the lines. You see where he shaded it? There it is. It's right there. You see where there's all these curves and everything? Like, that's trying to avoid that. I don't know if I necessarily hit the mark on this one. I still think there's some testing to be done, but it's looking good. It's like I said, it's looking bold, and that's a step in the right direction because I'm trying to give my kit some flair. But again, it's just very all over the place with, do I want it to be lighter? Do I want it to be darker? Do I want it to be subtle? Do I want it to be, in your face? We're kind of everywhere. So the Mars 4 and the Earth 3 and all the Core Gundam kits, they're all essentially the same, right? There's really not a lot of difference in terms of the molding. Obviously, the moldings are slightly different, but in terms of the build, they're exactly the same. So they're going to function the same. So when I'm holding up some of the pieces next to the Earth 3 that I've already done, you can definitely see that the Earth 3 is a lot cleaner. There's a lot more blended together. You don't really see the breaks and everything, whereas with the Mars 4 that I'm working on, it's a bit more obvious. It's way more obvious. Again, not in a bad way, just in a more obvious way. So I'm still trying to work out the kinks of how to go about the color balance for the shading. That's basically what I'm getting at. At the end of the day, like I said, it's looking great. I made some changes to how I go about my painting black parts because black is a very difficult color to shade. It's already as dark as it gets. Where do you go from there? So I've been kind of messing with that, and I think I'm heading in the right direction there, so I am happy with that. So that is a good thing. I feel like I'm able to distinguish between black and like gray, I guess, if that's how you want to go about it. These black parts are looking less gray and more black while still having highlighting and shading on them. So that's what I'm happy about. I'm happy that that's going well. That's looking good. Same thing with the orange. The orange on it, I kind of, with the real grade Evangelion, have found a nice little middle ground between like shading and highlighting with orange. I feel like I was never really sure where to go with that. This is looking good. It's getting me excited for doing like Goku, for example. I have a bunch of Goku model kits in my backlog. I've got the new specs, the standard Goku. I've got the Super Saiyan, obviously, of course. Super Saiyan 3, hello, that looks cool as hell. So I've got all these different Gokus in my backlog, plus Ultimate Gohan, plus Fusion Vegito and all that. There's all kinds of of stuff. So lots of orange to be had. When you think of Dragon Ball Z, I feel like orange is like the number one color that comes to mind. At least it is for me. Anytime I think Dragon Ball Z, it's just orange. The Dragon Ball's orange, Goku's orange, Krillin's orange, Yamcha's orange. Everybody got goddamn the same color gi on. That's just where I go there. So I'm happy to see that I'm learning some stuff with that, because that's going to help with future projects. It always does. Everything that I do is just and one closer step to infinity. I don't know. We're just keep moving forward. But yeah, the kit's going well. I'm excited for it. I'm doing a little bit more for the work in progress, trying to show off a little bit more of the process. That's the whole point. It's a work in progress. We want to show that off, show the progress. So I'm trying to figure out ways to where I can get that across more in those videos. And again, I think it's working. I think the little clips that I'm getting are going to add up. I think it should come across well. So for example, I haven't shown any work in progress videos at all yet. They haven't come out. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to compare. But some of my earlier work in progress videos, they're pretty basic. I'm not going to lie. There's not a lot going on. It's just pretty much here's the parts before I painted them. Here's the parts after I painted them. And then that's pretty much it. There hasn't been a lot of room to show off anything else. But with the current video I'm working on for the Mars 4, I did manage to figure out a way to at least do the water slide decals on camera. So hopefully all that work will pay off. I've seen the clips. They look okay from what I'm seeing. It's just a matter of how are they going to look on my computer when everything's blown up 50 times. You know, I'm just doing everything off of my cell phone, so the camera is pretty small. We're going to embiggen that once we put that into the, computer and put it into the editing bay. So hopefully the footage still looks good and you can see what's going on. That's really the whole point. I mean, if you can't tell what's happening, then the footage is no good. I did that. I tried to do footage of me doing the panel lines. It's not that great. I'm going to tell you right now, I feel like that footage was a little bit rougher, a little bit harder to do panel lines on camera than I thought, so we might have to figure out something there. I'm going to go back and watch some of the Vegeta 8259 videos, the Henry videos. He did a lot of really good work in progress videos. To this day, I'm still subscribed. I don't care if he's never going to upload again. I still love going back to his videos and just rewatching them. I love his work. I love his videos. I love seeing how he does everything. It's been a big help for me and how I've been able to go about things. I've learned a lot from that channel, so that's what I want to do. I want to keep passing it on, pass on the torch. Whether he likes it or not, I've taken that torch out of his hand and it's mine now. And yeah, I'm going to do the same for you. I want to try to show off the work and see if we can get that style going, because I really do feel like shading is just hard to come by in this hobby. I don't know why. I really don't. I could swear from like 2009 to like 2016, I want to say, shading was everywhere. Everybody was shading their model kits. That was the thing to do. When you bought a model kit, the pictures on the box were all shaded. Like all their designs and everything, they used a lot of shading. So somewhere between like 2000, I want to say 16 and like 20, and like now, like, I'll say like 2023. I feel like 2024, I was seeing a lot more shading coming back. There was a period where it was like everybody just did like really straight, clean builds with a ton of decals and a ton of panel scribing. I feel like panel scribing really blew up from like 2020 to now. I feel like COVID or whatever, the pandemic, people were just digging down into panel scribing. I was seeing so much of that and I really don't like it. Sorry, it's just not for me. I don't like panel scribing. I don't like it. I have the tools. I've just done like minimal work for like whenever I have to use putty and then I need to like rescribe something. But other than that, I'm really not into it. I feel like what they give you works. If you add on too much to it, it's just too much for my eyes to comprehend, you know? So I don't know. I'm not a panel scriber. Don't care for it. It's not for me. Just not into it. Not going to have it. So it just is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. For me, shading, a couple of water slides, panel lines, detailing, and we're done. That's how I like it. I like my things pretty simple. One little thing I want to mention is Anime Expo just recently passed. It's been it's been exactly a month. Look at the calendar. It's been exactly 1 month since Anime Expo. I didn't want to go, and I kind of wish I did because I totally forgot that the Game Grumps, I think they go every year. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Game Grumps goes every single year. Here I have this freaking gift for them that I was going to mail to their P.O. box when I could have just given it to them. Right there, in person. There it is. They were going to be there. Had a booth. Whole thing set up. Could have went. So next year, I think I'm going to hold on to this model kit that I have for them and hold on to the fan art. And then next year, I'll just give it to them. Why not? We've waited this long. We'll hold on to it for one more year. I get to enjoy this awesome Mega Man X model that I painted for one more year. and then we'll give it to him. I am concerned, though. I have heard ticket prices have gone up since I've been there. I haven't been there since, like, I don't know, 2012, 2013, maybe 2014. Probably 2014. I'm going to say 2014 was probably the last time I've been. So over 10 years. So I'm sure the prices have gone up. Yeah, apparently they've gone into the hundreds. Ugh. That sounds awful. When I used to go, I think I paid like $60 for 3 days. So if they're getting like into the hundreds for, one day, crazy. Because I'm going to tell you right now, not worth it. I don't even need to go. I don't need to look at it. I know for a fact that anything over $100 for 1 day, not at all worth it. Not even close. Not even a little bit. Sorry. I remember when I used to go to Anime Expo, there was maybe one thing that I wanted to go to. That was it. I love going into like the dealer's room, and I love seeing Artist Gallery and all that stuff, Artist Alley and blah, blah, blah. That's all well and good. But in terms of like the guests they get, I don't care about any of them. It's like, I've never heard of any of the people they ever get. I've heard of like one, maybe two of the guests they get. All the others just random obscure stuff that is just like, who cares? I have no interest in this. I'm just going to go because I have a couple of friends that are like kind of interested, and then that's it. But yeah, that's kind of why I fell out of going to conventions. It was just like, I don't care about any of the people that go. I really don't. Like, it's cool to go to the floor and see all the merchandise. It's cool to see it in person and all that, but I don't need to pay to go do that. I'm not going to pay to then go buy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll just go online and do that. So I'll make an exception for next year because I do have a purpose. There is someone I want to see and give them stuff. So there's that little networking type thing, get a chance to meet them and say hi. Here's my work. Here's some fan art. Here's my stickers. Here's a model that I did custom for you. There you go. Just a fun little meet and greet, just to plant the old seeds. That'll be that. I was just a little annoyed. I was a little annoyed that I just didn't think of that. Like, hello. I want to say again, they do this every year. I have this thing ready for them. What are we doing? In terms of model kits, I don't think I have anything new. I don't think I've bought anything that I could think of. I did pre-order. I did a pre-order for some stuff. We got some cool stuff coming in. I did make a bunch of pre-orders off of USA Gundam. As soon as I came back from the trip, I just could not resist. I saw the Master Grade Leo on display at USA Gundam. I think I did. I'm pretty sure they had a Master Grade version of it on display. And I was just like, oh, yes, I must have. So I went ahead and I pre-ordered that, along with the Real Grade Wing Zero and the Shining Gundam. Was there ever any doubt that I was going to get those two? Of course I'm getting them, so they were going in the pre-order. I didn't want to risk any types of tariffs, or any kinds of taxes, or any kinds of bullshit that comes from anybody. I said, screw it, let's just get it now. So I did those, as well as I just kind of went on a whim. I said, you know what? This is kind of my last hurrah. After this year, I think prices are going to get insane. I think we can all agree it's going to get crazy out there. So I'm trying to just wrap things up for the most part. So I threw in the Digimon Shining Greymon and Emperor Greymon. And I'm pretty excited about Shining Greymon. It's grown on me. It really has. And same thing with the Emperor Greymon. It has really grown on me. It's just that amplified aesthetic. I just don't like it that much. Not the end of the world. I don't think they look terrible, but there's some choices that they made I just could have lived without, especially for the Emperor Greymon. I will say the Shine Greymon has really grown on me. That one, in terms of the amplified, I can live with it. The sticker sheet is awful. That sticker sheet pisses me off just to look at it. That is unacceptable. I kind of regret buying them now just because I didn't see the sticker sheet until after I bought them. And then, yeah, I don't know about the Emperor Greymon. I'm sure it's going to be annoying, but for that Shine Greymon, for like the $60+ I have to pay for it, and it comes with a massive sticker sheet, and that's frustrating. That should be a $40 kit. I don't care what they say. That should be at most $40. Same thing with the Emperor Greymon. At most $40, but I really like those character designs. I really like the Greymon line in general, so I'm sucking it up and I'm paying it. That being said, the Emperor Greymon, oh man, there's just some flaws there that are going to drive me insane. I'm really hoping that my paint job will save this thing, because I'm telling you, out of the box, it looks pretty bad. And that's just based off the sculpt. It's certain angles it looks good, and then other angles it looks pretty awful. Like the head looks way too big. I don't like the size of the head on this thing. Way too big. They should have shrunken the head down. They should have made the shoulders a little bit bigger too, because it's supposed to be like a big armored knight warrior, emperor. He's Emperor Greymon, Kaiser Greymon. He's supposed to be this knight king warrior guy, and I don't know, man, they're just, some of those proportions are just not looking good. So I'm hoping that my paint job will save it. I really like that design too. That's the thing, is I really like that design. And so it's like, I was excited when they announced it, and then I see that they did this whole, of course they did the amplified thing, and that is really killing some of these designs. Like was it Paildramon? The fusion of freaking Stingmon and XVmon? Had that not been amplified, I probably would have got it. I really like that design. I don't like the amplified version. Too much. It's too much going on. Again, it's like what I say about the panel scribing. It's the same thing with these Digimon amplified. They're way too over-designed. So I'm just hoping that my paint job will, again, save the sculpt, and we'll just have something cool there. Because, again, I really like the Greymon aesthetic. I'm just not liking the choices that these designers are making with the models. So, we're just going to have to hope for the best. Anyways, we did that. Pre-order that. Super excited. Cannot wait for all that to come in. And I made a second pre-order because, of course, we have the Liger Zero in all of its variants. The Panzer, the Schneider, and the Auschwitz. I don't remember. What's the third one? The Jaeger. What did we say? Jaeger, Schneider, and Panzer. There you go. Those three. So, of course, I had to get those three pre-ordered. Cannot wait. Those are going to be awesome. The backlog. A lot of good stuff coming this way. Not a lot of announcements. Actually, not any announcements that have been made that I'm excited for. There's nothing else coming out. I pre-ordered that stuff, and like I said, that's kind of my last hurrah. I don't know what to tell you. Nothing else is coming out that I'm looking forward to. So I guess that's where that ends. Like, we have this big Wing anniversary thing going on. They have the Frozen Teardrop OVA, I think, coming out. They did like a cool teaser thing. I don't know if that's all there is or if there's actually an actual show to come with it. Basically, it's the Wing 30th anniversary. There's new material out there. I don't know the extent of how far it's going to go, but it's out there. Will there be new models because of this? So far, no. So, don't know what to tell you. So far, we got nothing. I'm okay with that. I could use a little break from buying stuff. We're okay. We don't need stuff all the time every year. If they want to take a break and round things out later, I'm okay with that. But at the same time, strike while the iron's hot. It's hot right now. Let's get this out of the way, So I'm thinking they're probably going to do some more of the Oz suits. I'm hoping, at least. I want to get them. They're so cool. Like, there's so many cool Oz suits that we need. Like the Cancer, sick as hell. Pisces, sick as hell. Aries, sick as hell. Virgo, Taurus, Drago, which I'm gonna be honest, the Drago one, I could take, I could leave. It's cool. Yeah, still, I listed off like 5 other ones that were awesome. So hopefully down the line, we will eventually, get those designs. I think we will. I think there's a good chance. I don't know. I don't want to say yes. I don't want to say no, but it's out there. I think I feel like Bandai is working on Wing stuff, It's called a hunch. I honestly wouldn't even mind an HG Epion. I know. Crazy. We just got the real grade. We even have a master grade. But both of those, as cool as they look, still don't quite fall in line with the Okawara aesthetic. What is so wrong with the goddamn TV animation Okawara designs for Wing? Why are they not getting master grades? Like, it frustrates me. I'm frustrated. What can I say? They've got some really cool high grades for those designs. I cannot wait to tear in all of those. I've already done the Wing and the Zero and the Sandrock. All wonderful for the most part. Yeah, in terms of real grade and master grade. Well, actually, for the real grade, we do have the Okawara Wing, so that's awesome. And the Wing Zero, so those are both awesome. But in terms of the master grade, we just have the standard Wing and then technically the Wing Zero because it's, mostly like the show, but not quite all the way there. But it's good enough. We're going to call it good enough. Screw it. But Death Scythe, Sandrock, Shenlong, Heavy Arms, where are they? Where's the TV versions in the master grade line? Come on now, I want them. I want it, Daddy, I want it. Okay, Varuka, we'll get you that. Come on now, Bandai, how much? Name your price. How much is it? Come on now, make them the kits. I want it, Daddy, I want a master grade Heavy Arms and the Okawara design now. I want it now. Okay, Varuka, we'll get you that. All right now, Bandai, name your price. What are we going to do? How are we going to get this? Where is that at? I want it. I want it. I want it. Who knows? Maybe one day. And then we still have nothing on the HG Bolt Gundam. I really thought that would have been announced, but I don't know. Ooh, you Bandai. Ooh, you better not string me along. By this time next year, I better have a Bolt Gundam in my hands. Please. That's another one that I really want. Because then we got that in the Shuffle Alliance. It's there. And it's not like I've mentioned it before, there's tons to work with. There's tons. Plenty. I'll still buy it. Come on now. But everything else, I'm kind of good. Like, they're making all these other, I think what it is it's high grade. Honestly, if I'm being honest, I'm kind of done with high grade, at least in terms of a collection. In terms of just like having a lot of stuff, I've got lots of high grades. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm not saying they're awful. I like a good high grade, but I've got plenty. All right, master grades. Hell, real grades. I'll take a real grade. Master grade SDs don't count. Get that out of here. They do not count. Master grade MGSD is not, it means nothing. That's its own thing. That's an SD before it's a master grade. Get out of here. I don't want to hear it. SDs are great. Don't get me wrong. I don't need a fancy $50 version of one. Get out of here. Give me an actual 1/100 master grade. That is what I want. I think that was my last purchase, actually. I think my last actual in my hands purchase was like, I was going to say the Dynamis. I'm literally looking at it. The Vidar, Jesus. The gun is right next, half a foot from me. Master grade Vidar. It's right there. Jesus H. Christ. I can't freaking read. But I think that was my last major purchase. I got that. I got the Rick Dom. I don't know if I mentioned that. Did I mention I got a Rick Dom? I did get a Rick Dom. I got the Yak Guy. I do remember mentioning those. Rick Diaz. I got him. Cubele said screw it. So yeah, I'm pretty good. I've got pretty much. I do remember. They did put up for pre-order on USA Gundam. They did put up the Titus. They have the Master Grade Age Titus. Ooh, they've got that. Master Grade XS went up for pre-order, and Master Grade GOG. I really want to pre-order all three of those. My concern is I'm not worried about USA Gundam. You know, I've met them. Hello. We just came back from meeting them. Great people. I'm not worried about what they have to say. If they say they're going to get it, I firmly believe that they believe they're going to get it. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, they don't have any control over if they're actually going to get it. They're just being told by Bandai it's going to happen. So I'm going to need a little bit more concrete before I decide to pre-order. Before I give them my actual money, you know? So if it comes out, I'm going to get them for sure. Titus comes out, I'm getting it. Master Grade GOG comes out, 100% getting it. XS Gundam, sure. Screw it. Why not? Let's just throw it in there. We're going crazy. I've actually always wanted to get one of those. I passed on it many years ago for like, I want to say it was on Big Bad Toy Store for like $130. Maybe $140. So I passed. It's now being reissued for like $155, $160. So it's just like, screw it. Let's just get it. Throw it in the backlog. It is awesome. It is cool. Screw it. Just throw it in there. That'll really be my last hurrah. If I get those three, I mean, what else that exists? That's an actual model kit that exists. Could I want? Really? I mean, I have it all. I did cancel my base EXE. I did cancel. I could get it. Could go online right now. It's still available. There's a couple places. I could get it. But I'm not going to. I've decided, you know what? $97. It's just too much. It's just too much. I don't want to give Code of Kia my money. I don't. Not for that. It's a great looking kit. It's just not a $100 kit. Because at the end of the day, shipping, tax, all that, it's going to be over $100. And I just don't want to pay that for base EXE. Maybe I'll catch it on a sale if I'm lucky and I'm in the mood. But for now, we're just going to pass. Now, they do a Flame Man, they do them a Fireman or something like that. Well, we wanted the Fireman EXE. I mean, I might have to reach into my couch and scramble up the money. I'm just saying. But for the base, we're going to pass. I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. Now, let's get on to some other business outside of the bottle kits. I've done, like I said, I've been stocking up. Old Kevy's been hoarding these past couple months. I've been in the mood. I've been trying to get myself some sales and some deals and backlogging. So, first things first, I totally forgot these were a thing. They made the classics miniaturized Super Nintendo and regular, I guess, Nintendo. I don't know, Nintendo Entertainment. NES and SNES. They made those and the miniature versions that come preloaded with a bunch of awesome games. Completely forgot these things existed. And they are HDMI compatible. That is the best part about this. That means I can play these for the channel. So I now have access to all of these really awesome Nintendo games for the channel. Super Mario World, Super Mario RPG, Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past, Star Fox 1, and the never-released 2. That's going to be awesome. Super Metroid, Kirby, Superstar, a lot of supers. Secret of Mana, Donkey Kong Country. I'm just looking at the boxes right now. I'm listing off the games. Kirby's Dream Course. That's going to be a fun one. F-Zero. Oh, I'm excited for that one. Super Mario Bros. 3. Donkey Kong Jr. The Adventures of Link. I'm not really excited for that one. I'm just going to be honest. I'm like halfway excited. On the one hand, I'm excited because like it is an interesting game. On the other hand, it's a very old, not that great kind of a game. So But we'll play it. One day, I'm sure we'll get to it. They've even got the original Final Fantasy. I didn't realize that was there, but we might play that. I don't know. We might play original Final Fantasy. Hard to say, but yeah, the rest of this stuff is looking pretty good. So I'm excited to play these. Like I said, and they're HDMI compatible. That's the big, excitement for me, is that I'm actually able to record all this for the channel. That's going to be a good time. So glad to have that. And then in terms of like Steam, there's been a ton of like really awesome Steam sales. There's always a good sale on Steam. You can never open up Steam without there being just something awesome on sale. So a lot of stuff went on sale that I decided, screw it, I jumped for it. So BioShock, I don't know if I mentioned this before. I've got all the BioShock stuff in my backlog now. And then recently, I just got the entire Far Cry franchise, the entire Fallout franchise, and the entire Borderlands franchise. All of them. All of them are mine in my Steam account. We can play all of them. I'm very excited for that. Those are a lot of really good games that are just tons of fun. The Far Cry ones, they're pretty expansive. I'm going to do my best to like play the whole things when I get to them. But BioShock and Borderlands, like, oof. Fallout, oof. I mean, Fallout's really expansive as well. That's another big one. But I'm really excited to tear into them and just see what we can do. What could we come up with? I've already sketched out some thumbnails for Far Cry 3, so I'm excited for that. I've got that one going. I'm just trying to think of what else. Oh, BioShock. I did sketch out a thumbnail for BioShock, so eventually I'm going to get around to actually creating the thumbnails. They're just sketches on paper in my computer that I've uploaded, so I still need to like actually make them. But I'm really excited for all that. That's going to be a good time. There's a lot to unpack there. We're stocked. We got so many good games. What else? What else did I recently get? I feel like I got more. At least in terms of Steam. I know I got other stuff. I got Dead Space. Got the first Dead Space. That's going to be a fun one. Ooh, yes. Dead Space scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. I'm excited for that. Playing that one in the dark with my buddy. Ooh, yes. That's going to be a good time. Was there anything of note? Anything else of note that I added to the backlog? Oh, I got the Crash Bandicoot trilogy. Hooray! The Insane trilogy. That's going to be a fun one. Wow. That's going to be a fun time. I'm not the biggest Crash Bandicoot guy, but they are fun. They're goofy. I like the goofiness of them, so that's going to be a good time alone. So the trilogy went on a crazy sale, so I had to slash that up. So add that to the backlog. Expect that one day. Who knows when? Who knows? This is all just up in the air, in my head, up my ass. Just who knows what's going to happen when. I'm actually kind of in a Lego mood, if I'm being honest. I think I've mentioned this before, but I've got like, I think almost every single Lego game on my Steam account. So I'm in a bit of a mood, I'm not going to lie. I've been working on a thumbnail for the Lego DC Villains. That's a good one with a big old catalog of characters to play through, and it's a lot of fun. So I'm thinking that's going to be the first Lego game that makes it to my channel. This is going to be a fun one just because the thumbnails alone are going to be really fun, at least for me. I mean, I'm having a good time working on it because the thing is, this idea that I had for the thumbnail for the Lego DC Villains is pretty expansive. It's not just going to be one thumbnail, it's going to be multiple thumbnails that are all going to be cool in their own right for the series. It's going to take some time because it's going to be multiple thumbnails, but I think it'll be worth it. And so far, the first one I'm working on is looking pretty good for the most part. I mean, these Lego hands, man, they're just such a... I'm struggling to draw it. I just cannot figure out how to draw this claw arm. I don't know why it's not looking good. Like, it's a freaking little claw. It's a little C. It looks just like it's a C. Why isn't it working? Have you guys ever seen the letter C? That's what a Lego hand is. Why can't I draw it? I don't know. It's one of the mysteries of life. But other than that, I think the rest of it is going to look amazing as soon as I get this freaking hand figured out. But it's coming along pretty nicely, pretty swimmingly. So I'm excited. It's going to be a fun series. The thumbnails are going to look good. I'm hoping they're going to pop out. I'm hoping they're going to grab some attention. I did just put out a Xenoverse 2 video, Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2. And I got a couple more subscribers from that. Thank you for joining. Hello, if you're listening to this. Thank you for jumping on the train. Choo-choo! We're chugging along on the road to 1 million subscribers. Because I'm telling you right now, that's the goal. Since day one, I want 1 million. A whole million of them. A lot of good stuff going on. More subscribers, more games, working on the model kits. It's all coming along so swimmingly. But the final thing that I want to talk about in terms of purchases, the final purchases that I made. Old Kevy, like I said, I've been stocking up. Old Kevy's been hoarding for the winter. And let me just start listing off some of the games. These are just the games that I've recently purchased. This is not all the games in my collection. These are just the ones that I have recently picked up. And these are all for the Switch. I've been updating my Switch catalog, and I just love looking. I have it in my hands right now. I have all the games in my hands. I'm just looking at them like a deck of cards. Oh, it's so beautiful. I've just been passing on games for years just because I haven't had the time to like play the games. I feel like they're going to be around, so I just haven't been getting them. So I finally gotten around to catching up on all the Switch games I've been wanting. Just because I've been playing it today, and these last couple of days I've just been in the mood. Luigi's Mansion 2. Dark Moon HD. I know, it's annoying. It's just an HD remake that they're reselling for full price. Keep in mind, all these games that I'm listing, I've been getting them on sale, so I haven't been paying the fullest of prices. You know, the sales haven't been amazing. I haven't been getting any like 50% off sales, but you know, I've been saving a couple bucks. So $3, $4, $5, $10 at the most here or there. So it's nothing crazy, but there you go. I've been getting them at as nice as a sale as I can. But Luigi's Mansion 2, and maybe it's because I'm playing it on the Switch, I don't know, but I've been liking it way more than I remember. I haven't played it since it came out on the 3DS many years ago, but that's literally, I think, why. Actually, no, I think the game that made me get a 3DS was A Link Between Worlds, and then they had the Luigi's Mansion 3DS. It didn't come with the actual game. The game was installed on the 3DS, and it was fun. It didn't blow my mind as much as I hoped. The first game is still peak. Sorry, Luigi Mansion's 1. The first one for the GameCube is the best out of the 3. You're just not going to change my mind. Don't even try. This one for the Switch, the 2 for the Switch, is not bad. I'm enjoying it. It's still pretty basic, but I'm having fun. Having a good time with it. So there's that. I do have the third one for the Switch, of course. So that one's already there. But in terms of new games that I just got, Luigi Mansion 2, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD version. So this is another one I'm really excited for. This game gets nothing but hate. The original Wii version gets nothing but hate. Nobody likes Skyward Sword. I think I was the only person ever to like Skyward Sword. I'm going to hold myself to it. I really like Skyward Sword. It was flawed. Don't get me wrong. There was issues. But I really liked it. So finally got it for the Switch. Super excited to be able to play it for the channel. Gonna do that one day. Don't know when. Oh, good lord. It's falling apart on me. Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. I played the hell out of this one when I got it. Super fun. Didn't beat it yet. Haven't beaten it yet. I could have beaten it, but I was like, you know what? I didn't want to just like blaze through this game and then have nothing to do with it. So I figured I'd take a break. I got all these games. Got a good amount in. Really enjoying it, loving every aspect. I love the fact that they are crossing over all of these different Zelda games together. I'm loving it. I'm loving that it's in the Link's Awakening remake. By the way, I just got that as well. I'm loving that it's in that design, that aesthetic. I'm loving that it has Link to the Past and Link Between Worlds sort of layout for the map. And it also has a bunch of the characters and races, while also bringing over the Nintendo 64 games, the Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. I think it's really cool that they're bridging those games. Not in terms of the lore. I really don't care about Zelda lore. I'm going to tell you right now, in terms of the actual history and what's going on and all that stuff, don't care. I gave up on that years ago. I really don't care if they connect or not. It just means nothing to me. That being said, I love when they cross over the designs and the aesthetics and the art styles and the races of all the different beings from this universe. I do love when they cross that over. That is very cool. So, for example, we had in Link to the Past, the River Zora, which were very like frog looking. They had these, what do you call them, webbed earpieces and stuff like that. So, you know, dark green, dark red type of looks. Very different from the Nintendo 64 Ocean Zora, which were much more slender, more cool, sleek, you know, they were in a band, all that type of stuff. I love that the two of them are now in one game together. I think that's very cool. We have got the River Zora and we have the Ocean Zora. I think that's a cool bridge that they did there, and they interact. We have them in this similar style, all that stuff. I love it. I love it. So that I think is cool. We've got the Deku shrubs now in this game, in this aesthetic as well. Gorons, Yetis, everything. They're crossing over everything together into one cool, cohesive game. So that's why I really love Echoes of Wisdom, because of that. That being said, I would love the same concept of crossing over all of the different Zelda games with their different characters and races and aesthetics and all that. Do that with Twilight Princess aesthetic. Take that style and that aesthetic and that type of gameplay, and then just put in all of the different creatures and ideas, the Masked Man and all that from Majora's Mask, the River Zora from Link to the Past. Do it. Bring it, cross it all over with that aesthetic. I would be so excited. So anyways, Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. You said that exactly. Link's Awakening. So I finally have Link's Awakening for the Switch. It's looking really good. I sketched out the thumbnails for these two as well. For Echoes of Wisdom and Link's Awakening, I have thumbnails sketched out, ready to go. We just need to do them on the computer. and film it for the channel. So I'm excited for that. This looks like a fun little game. I've never played the original, so it's going to be a fun little romp. Haven't picked up Tears of the Kingdom yet. I don't know if I should, because here's the thing. I could get Tears of the Kingdom for the Switch, and I could even get it on sale. It's actually discounted. Or I can just hold off and eventually one day get it for the Switch too. Even as I say that, I'm kind of just talking myself out of it just because I really want to play it. And I kind of don't want to wait until I get a Switch 2 to do it, especially because I just don't want to get Switch 2. But I'm just going to say, it's just, Nintendo, when they hit, they hit. The games, pretty solid. Like, they usually do a pretty good job on their games. Consoles, they're usually pretty good, but it's just Switch 2 just does not seem worth it. Paying paying almost $500 basically. No, screw it. We are going to be paying $500 taxes and all that. Paying $500 for something I basically already have. Going from the jump from Nintendo 64 to GameCube, completely justifiable. Going from the GameCube to the Wii, 100% justifiable. Going from the Wii to the Wii U, zero interest. I was not at all interested in a Wii U. I passed on that's why I'm so excited about the Switch, is because I passed on the Wii U. So the Switch was awesome. Everything about it was cool. They're reissuing all of these games that I never had a chance to play for both the Wii U and the Wii, and just in general. All of these games I never had a chance to play on the Switch. I'm getting them. It's awesome. So for the Switch 2 to be like, I mean, it literally is what it says. It's a Switch 2. It's a Switch. Get rid of the number 2. Switch TOO. It's a Switch 2. That's all it is. And it's just like, I don't want to pay all this money for it. I don't know. It's killing me. It's really killing me to see that their new product is the same thing they did. They're just re-rolling it out at a higher price. And it's just sad. I don't like it. So if the game catalog is worth it, I'll get it. So far we've got Donkey Kong Bonanza. That looks pretty worth it. Kirby's Air Ride 2. That is super tempting me to get it. I really want to play Kirby's Air Ride just in general. I just want to play it. So if it's as good as I'm hoping it'll be, that's going to be... Oof, we might have to do it. And then if they do like a Mario, like a 3D Mario platformer, like Odyssey, that might turn the tide. And then, another Zelda. I don't know, man. There's just potential. There's potential for me to get it, but right now, it's just not happening. I'm just not going to pay $600 to play Donkey Kong. It's not going to happen. Sorry. It's just not, same thing. I'm not going to pay $600 to play Kirby Air Ride 2. It's just not going to happen. But I might pay $600 to play Donkey Kong, Kirby, Zelda, Mario, all of them. So we'll just have to see how the catalog goes. But for now, probably not. But anyways, back to the games I've got. So speaking of games that I missed out on, Super Mario RPG! I never played the original. I did mention that I do now have the NES Classic, so I do have that version. But now we have the updated one, so I'm really excited to play that for the channel. Got it for a really good price. I think I paid under $40 for this one, so I'm very glad about that. So one day we'll get into that one. Mario and Luigi Brothership. It is really fun. It's a little bit of the baby Nintendo handholdy, cutesiness to it. So it's great. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. But I think what it is that I really, really, really like Bowser's Inside Story. Thank God my mom found my 3DS, because that opens up another can of worms that I can play for the channel. So I'm really excited about that. But Bowser's Inside Story is definitely going to be a game for the channel. And I really like that in pretty much its entirety. Like, everything about it was awesome. So to go from that to Brothership, for me, I didn't get the Dream one, unfortunately. I hope I can one day, but I never got that one. But Brothership is fun. I'm having a good time. I think I'm just not too far into it. I think that's the problem. I just need to get a little bit more into it, because I just unlocked the second special moves for Mario and Luigi. So Mario has the Yoshi egg and Luigi has some weird device thing. I think I'm finally over the hump. I think that's the problem. I've heard that the first chunk of the game is just very handholdy, very kind of slow. You don't get a lot to work with. And then once you get past that, the rest of the game is awesome. So I'm hoping that's it. Because the game itself is very well done. It's like, I am absolutely loving the visuals. Visually, musically, this game is wonderful. Like, if you like Nintendo and you like Mario and you like fun, colorful cartoons, this game's awesome. Loving it. Can't get enough of it. The cinematics are just so well done for this game. Everything is just the polish. When they talk about Nintendo polish, 100%. Like, I think this game is worth it. If you like Nintendo and Mario, this game, I'm not saying don't get it. I'm not saying this is a bad game at all. I'm just saying, like, I just wish it was a little bit more intense, maybe a little bit more difficult. I don't know. Something there. There's just something there where I just wish there was just a little bit more complexity to it. Because I just remember, maybe it's just me, but I remember Bowser's Inside Story just being, like, really just mind-blowing. Like, you get to be Bowser. You get to be Bowser and get like new moves for him and new abilities and level him up. That's like its own game on the top screen. And then on the bottom screen, you get to be Mario and Luigi inside Bowser. It's a whole other game with it's a whole other dimension you're doing. It's just fun in its own way that I really like. That being said, Brothership is really awesome because another thing is it really feels like it's like One Piece and Mario combined. I freaking love who doesn't like One Piece? One Piece is awesome. This feels like One Piece. It's like not a pirate, but like it's a ocean adventure game. You're on a ship traveling to different islands. So like that just in itself with the art style and the music and all that, it just gives it a very One Piece vibe to it that I'm just loving. So great game. Can't wait to beat it eventually. Just taking a break for now just because, again, that's another game I could just steamroll through and just beat, but I'd rather just take my time and really enjoy it. And then Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door. Yes, for the Switch. I am so excited for this. I've heard nothing but good things about Paper Mario. Well, I've heard nothing but good things about this particular Paper Mario. So I'm really excited to play for the Switch. Glad to add it to the library. Definitely going to play for the channel. It's going to look sharper and cleaner and better than ever. So I'm excited. That's going to be another really good one. So another good Mario game. And then finally, Pikmin 1 through 4. I got all of the Pikmin. This is a childhood little thing come true. I've never played Pikmin until now. I always wanted to. It's like one of those things where there's cartoons that I've never seen because when I was home watching TV, they just weren't on. So it's just timing. It's just a timing thing. I think that's all it is. I've played 1 and 2 now. I've officially played it. I beat the first one. I got the bad ending, and I'm trying it again for a second time. And I have a much better idea of what to do now. So we're getting there. I feel like Pikmin 1 is going to require a few, probably, I'm going to say 4. I'm going to need to play it at least 4 times consistently before I think I could actually beat it and get one of the good endings. That being said, Pikmin 2, I have to admit, I think I'm enjoying it a little bit more. I'm just going to say it. I think it's a little bit more to my liking. To be fair, Pikmin 1 feels very much like we have an idea for a game. Here it is. And then Pikmin 2 feels like, okay, here's that idea. Now we've perfected it. Now we know where it's going. We know the direction. We have a feel for it. And we've kind of worked it out. Pikmin 2 really feels like they've cleaned it up a bit in certain regards. That being said, Pikmin 1 definitely stands on its own 2 feet. Like you could have Pikmin 1 be its own thing all day long. I don't think we're going to have any issues there. I think Pikmin 1 definitely stands its grounds as a really fun, awesome game. Because I'm running low on time, we'll get into it next time. But like I could talk a lot about Pikmin 1 just based off of my experience. Like that is a very interesting game. And I'm very excited to play it for the channel because I've already made the thumbnail. Like, I was so excited when I was watching videos. Just the fact that I had all 4 of the games ready to go. I've already got a really fun thumbnail that I've sketched out. I still didn't make it all that, but I'm good to go with that. I already have thumbnails for Mario Galaxy, Mario Sunshine. Mario Sunshine, that thumbnail is ready to go. It is done. I finished making it. I might work on it. I might tweak it. I don't know. But that one's good to go. I'm really excited to play that. Because guess what? I also have Super Mario 3D All-Stars. That I did not recently buy. I bought that when it first came out. I was not going to sleep on that. That's another conversation we could have entirely. I do have that and Odyssey, of course. Can't have a Switch without Odyssey. So I've got all the 3D Marios ready to go. I've got so much Mario. So much Brothership, 3D All-Stars, Odyssey, Paper Mario, Super Mario RPG. We are good to go. I'm just so excited. So that is the backlog that I've been building and working on for my Switch collection and just Nintendo in general and video games in general. I've been really stocking up. I really am at the point where like there is just almost nothing else. What else could they make? What else could I buy? I really have to like look and reach into the bottom of the barrel to find stuff to buy. I think I might end up getting the Donkey Kong Country HD remakes. I think it comes with 1 and 2. So probably going to cave and get that as well as Tropical Freeze. I've heard nothing but good things about Tropical Freeze. So probably going to get those just for the backlog as well. I think they'll be fun games for the channel, but look forward to it. There's a lot going on with good old Kevin Creative. We are slowly growing. I'm slowly improving. My artwork's getting a little bit better, I will say. Hopefully you'll be able to see that. I think the editing is slowly getting better as well. The backlog is growing just in terms of model kits, Nintendo, my computer, all that. So look forward to it. I'm excited. I'm very excited to see how the next couple of years play out for the channel. I'm expecting and hoping for good things. I've been trying hard to network with other people as well. Like I said, I went to Florida and met Zach and Adam. I've been, shooting my shot with the Undergated Network. They've been liking some of my pictures. I've been liking their stuff. I've been trying to throw in little comments here and there, getting some responses just to get some of that engagement going with them, just to hopefully build a connection with them, because they really seem like a solid group of guys. I would love to be a guest on their channel one day. Who knows what the future will hold. I'm hoping that my skills will speak for themselves and they'll be worth their time, and maybe that can happen. Same thing with Gunpla and the Goonies. I love chatting it up with them every now and then. Nothing crazy, but we'll just, send little good job, keep up the good work, stuff like that. You did a great job on this, stuff like that. So having a good time with that, hoping to grow connections and meet people. That's the whole point. I want to make new friends. These seem like tons of really awesome guys that we all have a lot in common with. So, hey, I'm just saying, especially for a good old Gunpla Goonie out there, you ever want to meet up for a little wake and bake, I don't know where he lives. I'm going to assuming East Coast. No clue. Could be completely wrong. I'm going to assume he's on the East Coast. But hey man, I've got my West Coast kush. If you live on the East Coast, you've got your stuff. Let's mingle, I would actually love that. I would love to have a smoke session with Gunpla and the Goonies. That would be a really awesome good time of just a couple of guys who like to, smoke weed and build model kits. Like, that's just a dream come true for me. So hopefully one day I can grow big enough to where I'm worth their time and we can do something. So anyways, guys, keep an eye out. Like I said, I've got so much going on. I know I spent this video just cataloging all the new stuff I got. I feel like I'm just catching up because it's been a while and time's just flying by. But we'll see you again. Hopefully we'll have some cool updates on the model. It should be done by the next video, I'm hoping, the next podcast. I'll go over more of these games and more thumbnails. Like I said, I'm working on the Lego DC Villains thumbnail right now, so hopefully in the next year or two, don't hold your breath, I'll have some videos for that. And then I've also got a ton of just thumbnails that I've been generating in general for the channel that I'm really excited for, because I think I've mentioned this many times before. The thumbnails are pretty much where it's at. I can't do anything without a thumbnail. If you don't have a thumbnail, you don't have a video. So once I get those done, it's like, okay, now we can officially work on these projects. So we're just slowly chugging along and hope for the best. But anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in, and then we'll see you next time. Until then, peace.